We talked about, if you haven't heard the other episode, please go check it out. We talked about commercial, net lease, fun stuff. We talk a lot about creative stuff. Definitely go check it out. But today we're covering deal breakdown. We cover cool, interesting stories. What is the cool, interesting story you have for us today, Agostino?
Well, I did a deal once. I was actually selling a deal right now, or selling a deal back then. This is a long time ago, right? Well, actually, before I began into the selling of the deal, when we bought the deal, I bought it with two other partners. And I guess if there's any words of advice when you're doing a deal, make sure you partner with the right folks, right? What do I mean by that? Make sure that all the partners on the deal are on the same page. They know what the exit is. They know what it looks like. They know what the returns look like. They set the expectation. If the deal goes not so good, what happens? Who pays for what? All that stuff needs to be discussed. I know that a lot of partners that go into a deal thinking everything's going to be rosy and just perfect, and there's no discussion to what if. And that's unfortunate because it's usually how friendships are broken up because they don't want to discuss the bad part. It's like getting a prenup. Nobody wants to talk about getting a prenup, right? But sometimes in the case of real estate anyway, get a prenup, all right? But then when we're trying to sell the asset, here's the thing. We're trying to sell the asset, and I'm very, very transparent with all my stuff. Mm-hmm. It was a little deal, very, very far away, outside of our scope. And what I was trying to do is get rid of all the assets that are more than 45 minutes away and keep all the assets very, very close to home. Like I'm trying to keep my circle of all my assets within 25 minutes, right? I can get to any deal in 25 minutes, right? Or less. So I had two assets that were in there. In this case, it was too far away. So selling off one of the properties. And we had an offer, and it was a small deal. It was only 22 units, and they accepted it. I signed the LOI. So great. They go look at the property, and next thing you know, they say, "Hey, the parking lot's messed up." It's been messed up. It's how it was. It isn't like I went there tomorrow. Right after I signed the PSA, went over there and started taking a jackhammer to it. Like, what are you talking about, bro? Right? Yeah. They wanted to retrade. So I can't stand people that retrade, especially on something like that. If there's a retrade, like an honest to goodness, like real issue, I don't know, there's a busted sewer line or something, right? Yeah. Then fine. If they didn't know about it, I didn't know about it. It was discovered. They did a scope, which you should always do a scope on all your sewer lines. Always do that. All right. Yeah. These guys, they just said, they already signed on it. They already been to the property. They saw all that stuff. It wasn't like before they put in the LOI, right? Even we already had it under contract, and they started talking about the asphalt. Yeah, asphalt. Like, what's up with that, man? So of course I told them to pound salt.
This show is sponsored by HiveMind CRM. It is more than just a CRM. It is a real estate and business mastermind that comes with an all-in-one CRM. You can have unlimited websites and users. You can call, text, RVM, and email all in one user interface. And you can set up custom automations for any type and multiple businesses. 65% of companies start using a CRM system within the first 5 years of business. Once implemented, the HiveMind will save you on marketing, give you more time, and make more money. One of our users had his first $100,000 month using our system in June. We want to see you automate and accelerate your business. Text us at 210-972-1842 for future meetings, and of course to get our $1 course on how to make more than 6 figures on one land deal. You can schedule your free demo today at hivemindcrm.io.
And one thing that they did was they were, well, we want to earn us money. I'm like, what? No, we're past due diligence. Like, what are you talking about, right? So we were past due diligence and they wanted to earn us money back. So one of the things that I like to do in my PSAs is include a clause that says, like, look, after due diligence, you're going to authorize the payment is now authorized to be released. Yep. If it goes sideways or not, right? Yep. Some PSAs don't have that. Yep. So you got to make sure that's in your PSA, right? Yep. So far there's a variety of different things here. Number one, don't ever retrade. If you like the deal and it makes sense, you see all the stuff, you see the deal as is, at least as you see it, don't be a jerk and retrade. People hate it. hate it when you get a deal under contract.
Yep.
And you start, and then it's like you start changing the terms of the deal. I can't stand retraders. I don't retrade people. I expect the same out of others. Always scope your lines, and as a seller, always put that clause in your PSA and make sure. I mean, they have to agree to it. It's like you're tricking anybody, right?
It's not really after due diligence period. Yep.
Because it's at that point. It's at that point where you as a seller have the most leverage. Once that paper is signed by both parties, your leverage as a seller drops and the leverage as a buyer increases. Right? So before PSA, it's reversed. Before PSA, the seller's leverage is higher because they have the asset. The buyer has leverage, of course, because they want to sell the asset, right? Yeah. But yours is slightly higher. You're the one dictating the price, and it's up to the buyer to come up a little bit, right? Once document's signed, the leverage changes, right? So that's why it's like you want to make sure that the deal that you strike in paper is actually going to stick. That's the hardest part right there. Yeah.
It locks in the buyer too. Is like, hey, this is. After you have your due diligence time, I'm not knocking it, whatever that term is, and you guys agree to it. But after that date, you're buying this or you're losing your money. That's it.
Yeah. But it's important that it says it in the agreement. Yep. That the money can be released. So by default, it doesn't say that. Well, default, whatever default is, right? The attorneys typically don't think about stuff like that, right? So what that means is that they can start fighting for their for their earnest. Yeah. So, you want to try to avoid that stuff.
And this is experience talking. Experience.
Oh yeah.
This is experience talking. So to take this very seriously. It might save you 20 to 50 grand, depending on how big your deal is, or 5, who knows how big the deal is.
That's right. It really is true experience. It really is. But yeah, we're able to finally get that asset unloaded. Like after we told those guys to pound salt and another buyer came in, they were way, way, way easier to deal with. And I think they learned some lessons too. But the key, if you ever want to get a repeat deal in any market, is to follow through with your deal. I mean, I know it sounds easy. I mean, someone's probably thinking, well, what are you talking about? Of course, it makes sense. No, man, you don't know. It's some of these guys, like they commit to doing a deal. They sign the PSA. They string it out to the last day of due diligence, and then they kill the deal.
Yep.
And you do that enough times, brokers won't even talk to you anymore.
Yep.
And it happens all the time. And all the brokers, believe it or not, they talk to each other. Many of them are friends, like competing agencies, competing brokerages, right? So if you think that they don't know who you are, think again. They know you. If you're a retrader guy, if you're like a deal, string it out to the end, and then, reputations are made and lost depending on how you act and react in that local market, right? That's why we have a good reputation here in this market. We're known as closers. So we close our deals. That's how we do it, right? And we built that over many, many, many years.
Yeah. One thing I'll say too is that the sellers, not all of them, but some of them, they have other assets in that same niche. So they might come back to you and sell other property. So one of our first $1 million, 7-figure properties we bought, the seller came back to us and sold us. We're under contract for another property he has. And that's one of the things we did what we were going to say in the timeline. We said we're going to do it. And now he wants us to work on another property he has.
Yeah. So I've done that. Yeah, I've done that. I bought more than one asset. Actually, the thing was 3 different assets from the same guy, that we bought. The first experience went well. Second experience went well. Third experience went well. It was great. So yeah, that's how you get the repeat sellers. That's what you want, because we didn't screw around with them. We didn't ask them for, all this extra ticky-tack information, drag them out or whatever. Yeah, we didn't do any of that stuff. We say you have integrity. Have integrity when you say that you're going to do something. Do it.
100%. I think that goes to your quote we said in the last episode too, was straight to your word.
Yep. That's right.
So it's amazing. You have your own podcast. Can you plug all your information where people can find you on? Please go check out the other episode. It was definitely worth the time and definitely worth the effort to listen to it. So where can people find you online?
Yeah, bulletproofcashflow.com. If you go there, you can get access to all the various channels that we're on. We also have a couple of masterminds on there. We teach people how to get to small multifamily on multifamily advantage, and if you want to do syndicated deals and big deals, Multifamily Accelerator helps people do that. So two different goals, but they get you both into the real estate game, and we do it for real in a 50-week mastermind. So this is like an actual true mastermind around people that know what they're doing. Right. So, and it's all of it's delivered by yours truly. You don't get some other dude that might have done a duplex or something. No offense against those guys. But if you want to do big deals, you want to learn from someone who's actually done it. You know what I mean?
That duplex guy is really mad right now.
I know he hates me. I'm sure.
I'm the duplex guy.
Sorry, man. I'm sorry, man. I'm just, you know what? It's like if there's, but I just say it because a lot of other guys don't do that. You know, they're just the face of the brand, and that's okay. I'm not mad at them, but you know, there's some value in talking right to the person who's actually done the deals. Like I actually do the deals. I raise the money. My name's on the syndications. I'm the one that gets all the debt, puts the deals together. I'm the guy, you know, and I'm the one running the show. So it matters, right? It really does.
That triplex and quad guy are laughing down to that duplex guy right now. I just want to say that because
so much hate
is going that way.
But if they really want to see, what else we're up to, go to the YouTube channel on YouTube, Bulletproof Cashflow. Just Google it, you'll find it. We're on there. We're on all of the major podcast channels as well. So we're everywhere.
There you go. I hope you all enjoyed this episode. Learn some lessons, get some extra writing in your paperwork. It's a good episode today. Definitely take it to work and use that knowledge. Thanks, Agostino, for coming in. I keep on saying it in Spanish. It's like the 5th time.
That's
Forever
right.
to hear it. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Go like, subscribe, share it. You know what to do. We'll see you next episode, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Bye.
Hey guys, so the Hive Mind is launching a new program where we're helping you work deals that are valued at $1 million and up. If your deal is worth $980,000, we don't want to take a look at it. You can submit those deals to us at submitbigland.com, and we'll help you comp the deals. If it's good, we'll help you close it, and we'll also help you fund it and sell it. Check us out, submitbigland.com, milliondollarmastermind.com, and wholesaling $1 million land deals on Facebook. Thanks, guys.